In life, we speak too much. We speak to others, we speak to ourselves, we speak to prove something, to explain, to be understood, to be loved. But have you ever stopped, truly stopped, and listened to silence itself? Silence is not just the space between words. It is the place where the soul rests, where thoughts gradually settle, where you see clearly what truly matters. In moments of silence, you hear subtle echoes within yourself. Worries, uncertainties, joys and sorrows that, in the daily noise, you often overlook. These echoes are not loud or grand, but they are the true rhythm of the soul, your self-whispering, reminding you of who you are. Some things, if spoken, lose their value. A small joy, if shared too much, loses its purity. A quiet sorrow, if released hastily, becomes chaos, weighing down the soul. And there are magical moments. The light of dawn, a gentle rain, someone's laughter. If you don't take the time to silently feel them, they pass by quietly, leaving no trace. Silence, therefore, is not meaningless emptiness. It is a silent power, a place where energy is renewed, where the mind and heart find peaceful rhythm. Silence is the moment when you don't need to prove anything, explain anything, or please anyone. You just need to be present, breathe, and let things be. In that silence, fear no longer feels overwhelming, sadness no longer dominates, and joy becomes purer than ever. Imagine a quiet sunset afternoon. You sit silently, watching the last rays of sunlight glimmer on the water. No sound, no words, only your breath and the gentle movement of the world around you. In that moment, you realize silence has taught you patience, appreciation, slowing down, and seeing deeply into yourself without judgment. The most miraculous thing is that silence doesn't just help you see yourself, it helps you truly listen to others. When you are silent, you create a space where others can express and share, and you feel the connection become deeper, more sincere than any words could achieve. Silence becomes a bridge between soul and soul, between person, and even between you and the world. Thus, silence is an invisible yet majestic power. It needs no proof, no fame, yet it helps you recognize your true value, release energy, and feel every breath, every moment, every color, every sound of life with depth and fullness. The East has always treasured silence as a sacred space for the soul. Lao Tzu once said, "Those who know how to listen will understand everything." These words are not just advice, they are a profound philosophy. Silence helps one understand oneself, understand the world, and understand the subtle connections between all things. In silence, we harmonize with nature, listen to the rhythm of all things, observe every breath, heartbeat, and the quiet flow of emotions within. Buddhism emphasizes that silence is not merely not speaking, but mindfully observing the inner mind. When the mind is still, we recognize the impermanent nature of life. Every emotion, every thought, every desire is just energy passing through, not our true self. Anger passes, joy vanishes, and in recognizing impermanence, we find freedom. Freedom from attachments, fears, and unnecessary suffering. Silence is where we release, renew energy, and perceive life clearly without judgment or clinging. Western philosophy, though analytical, also values silence. Socrates, the great philosopher, said, "Only in silence can one hear one's own wisdom." Silence is the space for reflection, confronting oneself, recognizing what matters and what is trivial. In these quiet moments, one discovers life's meaning, finds direction, and uncovers inner strength. Existentialists like Heidegger, Kierkegaard, and Camus emphasize that in silence, we dare to face death, meaninglessness, and loneliness. And from that, find reasons to live fully and courageously. Silence, both in East and West, is not absence or avoidance. It is the space of awareness, freedom, and wisdom. In silence, one finds oneself, hears the heartbeat of life, and recognizes the value of every moment, every breath, every action. That is why silence is always treasured, and why those who know silence are truly happy, free, and profound. Silence is not only a philosophy, but a real psychological power, deeply affecting body and mind. When you pause, set aside words and worries, The brain rests, cortisol, the stress hormone, decreases, heart rate stabilizes, and ideas and emotions in your mind can connect, organize, and find direction. These moments of silence, seemingly invisible, are when the mind renews energy, the body recovers, and the spirit becomes clear. Many psychological studies show that people who take time for silence and reflection have higher focus, make wiser decisions, and are more creative. They learn to listen to themselves, distinguish true feelings from impulsive reactions, and choose actions consciously rather than reacting out of habit or social pressure. Silence also allows one to observe fear, pain, and emotion without being controlled by hasty reactions. Anger, sadness, or fear, when allowed to appear in silence, without suppression or avoidance, becomes lighter. Energy previously bound by these emotions is released, and the soul feels calm and balanced. This is why meditation, mindfulness, and silent practices are emphasized in spiritual and philosophical traditions. In silence, we learn to master our inner world. Silence is not only a power for oneself, but also a tool to listen deeply to others. When you don't rush to speak, don't try to prove yourself, aren't swayed by the need to respond or explain, the other person feels respected, safe, and is ready to open up and share sincerely. In that moment, silence becomes a subtle and powerful form of communication, a language without words that connects hearts. Moreover, silence helps one see the truth about oneself. When not influenced by external or internal voices, you realize what matters, what is trivial, what energy to keep, what burdens to release. Silence is when wisdom and intuition converge, helping one listen to oneself, navigate life, and find inner strength. In modern life, amid endless noise, work, social media, and loud relationships, silence becomes a precious medicine, balancing emotions, clarifying thought, and deepening experience. Silence is not absence, but complete presence, choosing to slow down, listen, and recognize the true value of each moment. In work, silence is the power of a leader. Not everything requires an immediate response or speaking. When you pause, listen, observe, and think before speaking, you make wiser decisions. Your words carry weight and influence, and you show respect to others. Silence at work is not indifference, but creating space for intellect, creativity, and real connection. A leader who knows silence listens more, understands deeply, and leads with calm, not noise or pressure. In relationships, silence preserves energy and protects relationships from hasty words, impulsive reactions, or uncontrolled emotions. When angry, sad, or disappointed, don't react immediately. Don't explain. Don't prove anything. Sometimes just being together in silence, holding hands, listening to breath, or simply observing the scene before you creates a deeper connection than words could. Silence is a way to understand without words, a way for hearts to feel each other, where trust and empathy are nurtured. Within oneself, silence is a method for self-recovery and energy renewal. When emotions surge, when the mind is chaotic, when external noise invades, pause, breathe deeply, and listen to yourself. In that stillness, you see clearly what matters, what is unnecessary, what to keep, and what to release. You feel energy renewed, inner strength awakened, and clarity returns. Silence allows you to perceive the essence of things, act from awareness, from a peaceful and clear inner space. Thus, silence is not absence, but complete presence. Present in work, present in relationships, and present with oneself. It is a place to renew energy, create, understand, and find peace, wisdom, and inner strength in the noisy and pressured modern life. The power of silence is not absence, not avoidance, but being fully present with yourself and the world, consciously and mindfully. In silence, you are no longer swayed by external noise, work pressure, or societal expectations. Only your pure self remains, listening, sensing, and being. Silence is where we reflect, recognize what truly matters, distinguish the trivial from the valuable. It is where we understand ourselves, feel fear without being controlled, watch emotions arise and gently fade, balance energy and renew inner strength. In moments of silence, you can find the true value and meaning of life, realizing that happiness, freedom, and wisdom are not far away, but always present in awareness and presence itself. Silence is also a bridge to the outside world. When you are silent, you listen more, empathize more, and connect more deeply with what is happening around you. You realize not every problem needs an explanation, not every emotion needs to be expressed, and not every action needs to be justified. Just be present, listen, and feel. This is the power of silence. So what about you? Have you given yourself moments of true silence? Try pausing, breathing slowly, letting your mind and heart settle, and seeing yourself. And if that experience brings peace, clarity, or a new perspective on life, share your thoughts in the comments. Perhaps your story will help someone realize they are not alone on the journey of seeking meaning, freedom, and wholeness.